Nested states and views are one of the features you get with UI Router that is not available with NGRoute. Nested states are described as having a parent-child relationship. They are a mechanism for defining a hierarchy of states that allow state properties and even the URL to be inherited from the parent state to the child state. In this example, I've defined a simple state named classroom. It will serve as the parent for the child state below. One way to specify that a state will be a child of another state is to use a dot in the child state name. The part of the child name before the dot refers to the name of the parent state. Since this state is named classroom.detail, you know that it will be a child of the classroom state. One of the features of nested child states is that they inherit certain properties from their parent states. In this case, the parent has a resolve and a data property. Both of those will automatically be inherited by the child state. In the case of the resolve property, promises returned in the parent's resolve property will be injected into the child state's controller. Similarly, the data property on the parent will be inherited by the child state. The idea that the states are nested makes more sense when we look at the views. The child state has a template like any other state, but it will be inserted into a UI view defined in the parent state's view, not the UI view defined for the root of the application. The view for the parent in this example is very simple just to illustrate how it works, but you could imagine a much larger parent view with a UI view defined within it ready to receive the contents for the nested states view. There are three ways you can specify that one state is to be a child state of another. The first is to use the dot syntax we saw in the last slide. Here I've defined a parent state named classroom. You can tell that the second state is a child of the first one because the state name uses the dot syntax. Its name is classroom.summary, which lets us know it is a child of the classroom state. The second way to specify a child state is to use the parent property on a configuration object to specify the name of the parent state as a string. Here you can see I've defined another child state of the classroom state because I've assigned the string classroom to the parent property. The final way to specify a child state is nearly identical. You can assign a state object to the parent property instead of using a string. Since the name of the parent state object is classroom, I can just specify that object here.